By the title of this video, you must be thinking, what an arrogant brat. Who does he think he is? Or this guy is full of himself. In either of those cases, you're right. I'm an arrogant brat and I'm full of myself. To you, not to me though. You see, the way you view your life becomes your life. Your identity and who you become is because of the way you think about yourself. And every single decision you made originated from a thought you had. No, not the decisions you made from this kind of thought. This kind of thought, you sicko. And every decision you made you who you are today. Now, I'm not a mathematician or anything, but this is a law or principle I learned in middle school. That if your thought makes your decisions, and your decisions make your identity, your thoughts must make your identity by the transitive law. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, the reason why I always win and never lose is because of the way I frame things in my head. And with these mental models that I'll mention later in the video, you too can decide for yourself that everything happening to you is a benefit and not a loss. You see, reflecting back on my life, there's been so many ups and downs, from being a little kid to now graduating college. But every single up and down was a moment in which I learned something. Every single basketball game I lost made me more resilient, tougher, and a better player overall. Every single girl that rejected me helped me set the standards for what I want in my future woman. Every single friend that fell apart helped me understand what a true friend really is and does. Every single rejection I faced from a job introduced me to a different path of industry and interest. As a 24-year-old, I just graduated with my undergraduate bachelor's degree, and I started college in fall of 2016. So to some, I'm 3 years late, overdue, lagging. But to me, it was because I took 3 gap years to really be introspective and try everything I possibly wanted to do. I started many different businesses during my college career as a nursing student, and I'll make a video on that soon. But during those 3 years, I learned so much about what I liked and wished to pursue, even beyond nursing, that looking back, if I didn't have the time to try new things, I don't know if I would have learned and obtained the skills I have now from those 3 years of experience. Mental model number 1. Every failure is actually a stepping stone. There are many things today that society considers a failure or a loss. Getting rejected from a job, a school, a girl, getting fired, losing a game, not getting first place. So many things, right? And it may seem like a failure or loss that's so big that you can never recover from it. And then might spiral you down into a depression or in a state where you're not functioning normally or optimally. Some of which you guys watching may be in. But you're wrong. You see, it's actually not a failure or a loss in any way. It's actually a win. Because after that girl rejects you, or after you get fired from your job, that door closes and another door of opportunity opens for you. There are countless other doors for you to explore and open, some of which may be actually better for you. You see, life is a funny thing, and time is your best friend, and it's a high chance that with time, things only get better, and you learn more, do better, be better, and overall the trajectory of your life should be going upward. So you got rejected out of every single college out of high school. Good, just go to a community college, work your ass off, and then apply to a prestigious school to get in. And you just save money for 2 years. Benefit. Or maybe you're entrepreneurial and have been always thinking of starting a business. Well, now's your chance to start that, and you have a 4 years head start or boost in front of all your peers who are now in college, partying and having fun. Benefit. Did you just get fired? Great, there's a better job and opening awaiting you. Benefit. A girl rejected you. There's 8 billion people in this world, so many of which are way more beautiful and smarter than her. Get over it, because there's a better one awaiting you. Benefit. One of my favorite authors, an economist, Ray Dalio, has a principle in which he calls it fail well. And let me read you an excerpt from his book. Everyone fails. Anyone you see succeeding is only succeeding at the thing you're paying attention to. I guarantee they are also failing at a lot of other things. The people I respect most are those who fail well. I respect them even more than those who succeed. That is because failing is a painful experience while succeeding is a joyous one. So it requires much more character to fail, change, and then succeed than to just succeed. People who are just succeeding must not be pushing their limits. Of course, the worst are those who fail and don't recognize it and don't change. Mental model number 2. Be adaptable. Bruce Lee has a quote, and he says, adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Don't be so stiff and certain on anything in life, because life always throws a curveball at you. All you can do is stay calm and collected and figure out a way to navigate the problem as efficiently and optimally as possible. Everyone has their own version of success. You have your own version, your parents have their own version, your friends have their own version, and there's many doors that lead to your version of success. So again, when one door closes, another one opens. So be flexible, and instead of trying to smash that one door open that's locked down by force, simply take a step back and look at the array of other options and opportunities that are waiting for you to open, because the possibilities are endless. Some say that you should try every single thing when you're young, in your 20s and 30s, but I'd actually argue against that notion. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, 6 to 8 hours in which you sleep, and 16 to 18 hours in which you work. So whether you're actually 25 years old, 35 years old, or 50 or 60 years old, everyone has the same amount of hours. So it's not just for the young people to try whatever they want. I say at any age you can try whatever you want, whenever you want, given that you stay focused and set a disciplined plan to achieve what you want. Let's take a look at some of the people who attained their riches and success far later in life. We have Stan Lee, who's the creator of this comic book, The Fantastic Four, who became a millionaire at the age of 39. Vera Wang, who's a successful figure skater and journalist, was 40 when she started out as a fashion designer and is now worth $500 million. Donald Fisher opened his first Gap store in San Francisco at the age of 40, and now he's worth $8.9 billion. Martha Stewart got her big break at the age of 40 and is now estimated to be worth around $400 million. Simon Cowell, who has a net worth of $600 million, became the judge of pop reality TV show Pop Idol in 2001 when he was 42. Samuel Jackson landed a role in Spike Lee's Jungle Fever at the age of 43 and is now worth $250 million. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, founded the first Walmart store at the age of 44 and is now worth $247 billion. Henry Ford turned 45 when his entrepreneurship began and created his first revolutionary Model T car in 1908. He left his family a fortune with over $2 billion. Whoever tells you at the end of the day that you're too old or too late to start anything in life is full of complete horseshit, because there's hundreds of people now that I just showed you who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars, and they didn't start until they were 30, 40, 50 years old. So if they can do it, why can't you? Mental model number 3, compounded long-term output for every small input. The reason why I work out, eat healthy, started this YouTube channel, contribute to my investment portfolio, is because all of these decisions have second, third, fourth order consequences that compound as benefits in my lifetime. Working out and eating healthy is a pretty simple thing to do, as long as you stay disciplined. I've had a six-pack since I was 16 in high school, and have been continuing to stay fit and eat healthy for at least 8 years now. The reasons are obviously for health reasons, but diving into the second and third order consequences that derive from that, I look better, I'm more confident because I feel better, and that carries on into my work, how I talk to people, how I socialize with people, how I interact with women, all leading to an ultimate compounded result of a better output with relationships, work, women, mental resilience, and physical health. At this point, I can even have several cheat days of fully loaded pancakes and ice cream and still maintain a lean figure with six-pack abs because I've been training for 8 years. You could say my figure is passive because I put all the active effort in those 8 years. Starting this YouTube channel was a way to generate me some side income, and I saw it as a business, but I soon realized the unrealized benefits that derive from this as well. I learned to communicate better, write better, edit videos better, research different topics I'm interested in, build a personal brand and social awareness and credibility, connect with other like-minded individuals, and more. There's so many beneficial things that come out of starting a YouTube channel that it's actually a no-brainer for me at this point. If you're watching this and you've been hesitating over starting a YouTube channel for the longest time now because you're overthinking it and you're thinking about how other people are going to view you, cut all of that crap out and just start it. Let this be your sign to do so. After hundreds of videos, think about the compounded improvement on all of those attributes I just mentioned. It's no question of how much more of a distinguished and sophisticated person you would be after doing it for a few years. In terms of contributing to an investment portfolio, as a rational investor, all you can do is look at the history and make your judgments. And when you take a look at the overall market of the US economy, it's only grown year after year after year, yielding you a return of anywhere from 6 to 8%. Delaying the gratification of making insignificant purchases now and investing that money is a far better choice, resulting in bigger dividends later in life. I'm currently investing into 3 long-term portfolios, as well as swinging and day trading options using technical price action methods. With my long-term portfolio, I'm contributing to my Roth IRA, in which you can contribute $6,500 every year if you're making less than $150,000, and if you make more than $150,000 a year, you can contribute to something that's called a backdoor Roth IRA. I'm not going to explain that here, but you can do your own research. With a Roth IRA, this is all untaxed money that you're putting in and investing so that you can pull it out later when you retire with tax-free gains. Working at a hospital right now, I do contribute to a 401k, which again is a long-term play until I can store some money there until I retire and pull it out with tax gains. My third long-term portfolio is one I made myself using a brokerage, and I'm dollar cost averaging every week into several stocks and ETFs, having no intention of pulling any money out of it in the short term. Now that's what I do to invest my money. And when I say invest, that means that the money won't be pulled out for at least 6 months. When I say that I'm day trading or swinging, that's money used for anything less than 6 months. It is not a long-term play, but a short-term one. When I'm swinging an option or a stock, I usually hold it on for a couple of days. While when I'm day trading, I'm usually buying and selling within minutes. This is riskier, of course, and takes a lot of research, practice, risk management, and discipline, along with a whole myriad of other things. But the market is always there till we die, and with this, if you can master yourself, you can master the market. And this is another form of a small input for compounded output, because you learn these skills now when you're young, and it can serve you for the rest of your life. And so as I've laid out some of those things that I view as small but consistent, important actions and inputs, I want to encourage you to view everything you're doing within a 24-hour span and see if those particular actions are compounding you a return that snowballs in the long term. If it isn't, I say get rid of it, and if it is, we'll keep at it. And if it's something that's quick and easy, but to you seems somehow immensely valuable, it usually is a scam, delusion, or miscalculation on your part. You see, the way I view life, nothing in it is easy, and nothing in it comes easy. At least anything that's valuable and of high standard, that is. And when something of that nature does come easy, I try to steer away from that and be skeptical about those kind of things. Because in the short term, it may seem like you won and got a good deal out of it, but it's actually a loss because you cheated yourself out of the discipline that's required to actually attain something that's valuable like that. And you've been given a result that you don't deserve. To explain this simply and scientifically, your dopamine circuit gets fucked up. And now your brain's expecting the same dopamine effect for little to no effort at all. And that's how you become a lazy bum. And that's exactly the reason why porn, TikTok, and all these other social medias are ultimately bad for you. So don't cheat yourself, do the hard thing, and stay committed to the process, all while having faith in it, and what you deserve will come to you. Best of luck.